Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! I got some new filament. Not for Christmas, because it takes time to print. A Polymaker, PolyTerra, this stuff in minty green, because minty green. New filament. I hadn't had it before. It's Polymaker, which is wonderful, but I'd never heard of this one before, and it's apparently brand new. And it comes in a box. It's all the paper stuff is from recycled materials, and they say on the site that they're planting a new tree for every spool they make, and all that kind of thing, which is wonderful. All interesting colors, and comes in a semi-nice box, because Polymaker has really nice boxes, but these are utilitarian boxes, like that. That's how they come. Not going to open this one up because I'm not ready to use the white yet. But it's a resealable bag, which is wonderful. So I can put my half-used filament back into the box. That's great. So, and I've been printing with it. My man here, hello. He he's a little green, so he's sort of he's minty. He's minty, and he has a big tail. So, yeah. That was my project. I was looking for a minty, a green color, so I didn't know it was going to be minty, but minty. It prints same as any other PLA. The only thing is that the PLAs that I've been used to are sort of shiny, and this one's sort of matte, which is very nice. It appears to be as strong and as not strong as any other PLA, because snakes don't want to stand. It's the thing about snakes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a holder upper.
I am. So here's my box of bits. So with the hands, I printed one of his hands is still good, but the other one, it's this is my issue, that I did that wrong. So that's my problem. But the breaking off, it's quite
brittle. Don't break it. Oh,
well,
it's
too
a
brittle.
throwaway hand. Okay.
It's a throwaway hand, and I printed this one. Let me see what I have. This one with an older nozzle, and this one with the new nozzle. So that's much nicer. This one is also a little hotter and a little bit more pushy. So this is gonna. Sorry, this is not his new hand. That is his new hand. Beep. This is his new hand. So this is the newer nozzle. Hold on, I'm getting confused now.
Hand confusion.
Here's when I ran out of filament. That happens.
My goodness.
That sucks. I think this is the...
Wow. It's like all abandoned ship.
All abandoned ship, indeed.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And I've been printing at
Face issues.
Face issues. The most I usually print at 300 microns, and this one is at 200 microns for the face, and his is like 300. I have a close up, which I can show you if I can bloody open this up. This one is at 300 with the old nozzle. I'm going to reprint that. This one was at 100, but I put it in a little bit lighter, a little bit less pushing, so it's now under extrude. That's what under extrusion looks like. So I made a test today. We got Now this is the 300 micron layer height. And that's the 200 micron. This is the 100.
So this is the 300. That's the 200. So 3, 2, 1.
And this is the 50. But it's a little bit too hot for the 50, so I have to do it again. So I read that the 100 at a slightly less flow, and that's a big fail. It's not the filament's fault. It's my the settings. I need to dial in the settings a little bit closer for the filament. Every filament is a little bit different, so that's why I should be making tests. But on the whole, in the 300 micron, I can just print, and I did. It's just when you get to the really fiddly bits, which is the faces and the hands, they are the fiddly bits. So you can see the layer height here on the shape here. You can see it really well. It gets finer and finer, and here this is too hot. This is getting too hot.
So the more fine the shape, the more energy it has to push into it.
It's a balance between how hard it pushes and how fast it moves. Because if you do fine, it moves really slowly, and you shouldn't push very hard, and you shouldn't also not be too hot, because the heat lasts longer because you're going so slowly. So it's getting the fine balance. I usually don't print at 50, so this was entirely just an experiment. I usually print at 300 or 200. 100 usually I go colder. But like I said, the settings for this one is not right, because that's the version of colder and a little bit slower, a little bit less pushy. I need to figure out what, but my machine is tuned to 2 and 300 best, and all the rest is I would have to change the settings significantly. So this is the big one at 300. It's my basic maker coin. And you can see the layers. I like my layers. I like to see them.
Yeah. And can we see the two faces at the different? Three actually.
So this is 100, but it's not right. It's under extrude, and this is the This is the 200, and that's the 300.
This is the 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 200 is really nice for this kind of doll,
beautiful.
Big doll. I left this one on its print platform because I wanted to show that it's actually should be easy to break off. The site says so, and it was for the 300. I haven't tried it for the 200 yet, so I'm not that good at breaking, so I'm going to take it out a tool because not so good at breaking. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now this needs to come off. So, okay. There's another one here. Okay.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, it's more stuff. Okay. So you have to design those pieces in
the machine, the program to set up the prints with can design those in.
Oh,
you just ask.
Fantastic.
But I've had prints where there were so many supports that I couldn't clean them out. It's problematic, and it gets into hollows and stuff like that. So you have to fiddle for each print, which is the best way to set that up. Mm-hmm. So we had a brim, and we had supports. So the brim is this part, and that's the supports. Mm-hmm. To make sure that these things that are off the ground, it was sitting on the bed like that, the things that are off the ground are actually printed properly. Which the machine calculated that this part needed help as well. Which is on the inside, so I care less about that, because all it needs to be is enough space to put the eyes in. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to be very nice on the inside, but I want it nice on the outside, and I want it nice on the top. So I need to do some cleanup here under the chin. So it's quite a bit.
And this is the 200, right?
This is the 200, yes.
And so it's really really smooth,
and I
comparatively speaking.
Let me get out the 300 with the eyes. Like that. The thing, I would prefer to do like details like this in a 200 or a 100. But if you do an entire project that's as big as he is in 200, in 100, it's going to take bloody forever.
Yeah.
Because look at the tail, it's long. So I prefer to do the body and stuff in the 300, but with the material that I normally have, which is, you can see it clearly on him, he's got a lot of shine.
Yeah.
And if you do one part in 300 and another part in 2 or 100, the shine is different. So you would see that the neck would not fit the face. So that's why I've been printing in 300 for a while now, because all the filament I get is this shiny.
Yeah, it's very shiny.
And the same thing for her. She's actually printed in 100. I believe it's no, I think it's a 200. So you can see, hello, that you can see it on her cheek. That she has. You can see the shine. Look at that. So you want the shine to be the same. And so I was sort of printing everything in 300, which does take away some of the detail of the face. So it turns out this stuff I can actually, because they're pretty close, the 200, 300, and well, the 100 is very fine. So these don't shine as much. So I can actually splurge and set up my my face in 100. I need to dial in the settings for that, so I can have a really fine face.
Yeah.
So that makes
awesome.
this.
That gives you a lot more flexibility.
Yeah, this makes this material actually superior to whatever the other stuff. I mean, I love my brown stuff as well, but this is, yeah. So they have like a whole bunch of pastel colors. They have some of the harsher colors, very colorful. It's like 10 colors altogether, which is, all these ranges are like 10 or 12 colors. So you have to like be lucky and get your nice color out of it. I really love the minty one. I love green, and this is a really nice green, so yeah.
Yeah, and what I like is the
scales.
The scales. Is that because it's a light color, the shadows that are made by the texture are really pop. Make the scales pop.
Yeah,
so,
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really works.
Yes.
How many of these?
So there's about 2 kilos of material in this, and now a little bit less because I had a lot of fallout. I think there's like 18 of the similar scales, and this one's different, and the whole end bit is different, and there's another 18, I think. He's scabby.
Yes.
This is a great material. Not sponsored or anything. Polymaker is always good, and it's affordable. This one's affordable.
Happiness.
So yeah.
Do you get ideas from having made this and go, oh, if this is how it works for this one, I could do X?
Yeah, somewhat. I found this color because I was working on this body, and I was looking for a really nice color when I hadn't printed before, because you get the same colors all the time, and you want something else, and there's actually. I think for this range, but the orange, there is a sort of a peachy orange. I think I'm gonna make myself a little devil out of that, and I'm sort of done with the green.
Maxed out the green.
Maxed out the green, yeah. For now, but I'll come back to it. I have that much left to play with. So
if you have ideas,
maybe I'll make him a little brother, little brother, baby brother.
Baby brother. It's gonna have to be tiny if it's only half.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be out of that roll, about that big or something.
Yeah. Toddler.
Yes, something like that.
Very cool.
Well, maybe another color.
Yeah.
And I like lots of colors, so yeah.
Are there other colors in this range that aren't that shiny as well?
I believe all of them are as matte as this. So this is the white.
So that gives a lot of options.
This is the white. I think that's just as matte, and you can't really tell with the wrapping still on it. Yeah. Sorry, but they're supposed to be all matte. Yes. So yeah, possibilities. Yeah.
Very nice project as well.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank you, and enjoy your Christmas, and we'll see you next year. Bye!